Hi everybody, this is Jamie the Board Game Man, and today we're going to look at a game from 2011. You are a monster fighting amongst the streets of Tokyo, trying to damage all the other monsters that are trying to go after you. If you're the last monster standing, or you end up with 20 victory points, you win the game. If you haven't guessed already, it is King of Tokyo. So let's head on over to the gamer's table and show you how to play King of Tokyo. All right, everybody, here we are at the gamer's table, and here is King of Tokyo. Here are the components of the game. As you see right here in the middle, this is the board. And you see we have Tokyo City. You also have Tokyo Bay, but you only use this if you have a 5 to 6 player game. So 2 to 4 players, this is all you use is Tokyo City. Okay. Also, you have the 6 monsters. Here are the stars of the game. I'll go over these. Here are the player cards that you have. And these you keep track of your victory points and your health. The monsters you see here are the King, Kraken, Alienoid, Gigasaur, Mecha Dragon, and Cyber Bunny. All right, those are the 6 monsters you get to choose from. There is no monster that has any kind of special power over another one. They're all identically the same, so you just pick and choose who you want. So this isn't the type of game where this monster does this and this monster does this. That's not in this game at all. You also have some cards that allow you to do some special abilities along the way. You also have some energy cubes over here, which are pretty cool. These are green cubes, you can see here, that are pretty cool looking. And you use these to purchase the cards. So it's like a currency in this game. You also have 6 black dice. You also have 2 lime green dice. These are only special dice. You might not even see these in a game. These are special ones, like maybe on a card, it'll say, you know, you can roll an additional dice or 2. These are the dice you would choose. So there might be a game or 2 that you might not even roll these at all. Same with these little tokens that are here. These tokens are special tokens that it'll tell you what to do on the card, so I probably won't go over that because it's pretty self-explanatory. But this is the heart of the game right here. So we're going to go ahead and do a 4-player game. We'll go ahead and take these 4 right off the top. And we're going to take the Mecha Dragon and the Cyber Bunny off. There we go. Take these 2 off, just like so. Then you take these cards and you're going to lay down 3 cards face up to choose from when you're purchasing these lovely energy cubes over here. Each player is going to get their card, whatever monster they decide to choose, and all of them are going to start off with, on the upper corner here, you see 0 energy points and 10 as the health. Okay, so let's put these right down here like so. Okay, make sure everyone's at 0 and 10 health. There we go. And we are ready to rock and roll. Now, at the very beginning of the game, no one is in Tokyo yet. Okay, that I'll explain that in a second. So what the first player, will say Kong is the first player, the King. I'm sorry, I keep saying King Kong. The King, he's going to go ahead and roll first. He's going to be the first player. So let's go ahead and roll the dice. And then what you're going to do is you're going to roll all 6 dice, and you're going to figure out what you want to do. But you know what? Before I do that, let me go ahead and show you what's on the dice. You have numbers 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 on the dice. These obviously are victory points, but you have to roll 3 of them of the same kind in order to get the points. So in this case, in 1s, you would have to roll at least 3 1s to get 1 victory point. Say you roll again and you roll another 1, then you would get 1 more point. And you roll another 1, you would get 1 more point. So in this case, this would be 1 point here, 2, and 3. Same with the 2s. If you roll 3 2s, because you always have to roll 3 of a kind to get that amount, that value. If you roll 3 2s, you would get 2 points. If you roll an additional 2, that'd be 1 more point. And an additional 2, you get 1 more point. So this would be 2, 3, and 4. Same with the 3s. You get the 3 points for the 3 3s. And in this case, you would get 1 more point, 1 more point. So this would be 5 points total. You also have the lightning bolts. The lightning bolts are what I was talking about earlier, the energy cubes. That's how you get the energy cubes. For each one of these you roll, you get 1 cube. Simple enough. You also have the hearts. This allows you to heal your health. So say you're down in health, you can roll one of these, and this bumps you up a notch. 1 notch for every heart that you roll. And you also have the claw. That is the attack. This is when you're attacking the other monsters. And there's some rules about which monsters you attack with what. I'll go over that in a moment. But this is the attack on the cubes. Okay. So here we go. You can roll the dice. That has that Yahtzee mechanic in it. You can roll them up to 3 times if you want to. Let's just say the king rolls these. Okay. Well, he doesn't need the hearts because we're at full strength. So these he'll probably roll again right away. He's got a couple 3s, a 2 and a 1. He's go ahead and keep these 2 3s. Maybe he'll roll another 3. He'll go ahead and roll the 1 and 2 because these don't do any good because you have to have 3 of them. He's going to go ahead and roll these again. He's going to go ahead and roll these again. And he roll 4 attacks. Wow. Well, definitely he doesn't need to do that because there's no attacking yet. No one's in Tokyo. So we'll go ahead and re-roll these again. That won't do him any good. And here we go. Ooh, another, wow, 2 more 3s. So what he's going to do is he's going to go ahead and take the 3 points here, and then he's going to another point. These 2 are just hearts. These don't do anything. So he's going to get 4 points just like that right off the bat. So we're going to bring that up to 4 points. And I'll show you what that looks like, just like that. And he gets 4 victory points. And like I said in the intro, the first player to 20 victory points wins, or if you're the last monster standing. And I'll go over that right now. So let's go ahead and go over to the Kraken. He's going to be the second player. He's going to roll these dice. He's got 3 1s. That's a good start. So say he rolls these 3 1s, he gets 1 point. And we're going to go ahead and pretend that this is the third roll. That way I can speed this up a little bit. That way I can show you some examples. So if this ends, obviously he wouldn't need the heart because he doesn't need anything to heal. He would get an energy cube for the lightning bolt. So he would grab one of these cubes for the Kraken. Put that right there for him. Okay. And he would get the attack. Now, what happens is the first player to end their turn with an attack goes into Tokyo. Okay? Once you go into Tokyo, you automatically get 1 victory point for going into Tokyo. So just like that, the Kraken. So he gets 1 victory point for the 3 1s, and he'll get 1 point for entering Tokyo. So now he's going to have 2 points. Just like so. Okay? All right. Now the Kraken is now infiltrated Tokyo. So now it's going to be Alienoid's turn. Alienoid is going to go ahead and roll the dice. And he rolls a couple 3s. And we'll just say this is the end of his roll. And he gets 2 attacks. Now, if you're outside of Tokyo, when you roll attack cubes, you're attacking the monster in Tokyo. Okay? So if this was the end of his turn, he wouldn't get any points for these, he wouldn't get any points for these, but he would attack twice. So what happens is the Kraken will get knocked down 2 health points. So now he has 10. Now he's going to be knocked down to 8. Okay? And at this point, once the monster that's inside Tokyo gets attacked, he gets to decide, does he want to stay in Tokyo or does he want to escape Tokyo? If he wants to escape Tokyo, then the player that attacked him switches. So in this case, Kraken would go out and the Alienoid would come in. Okay? But he doesn't have to, he doesn't want to. Now, the one caveat, being inside Tokyo, is you cannot heal yourself. So say the Kraken's rolling, he gets a heart and he's down to like 5. You cannot heal yourself while you're in Tokyo. You can heal yourself when you're outside Tokyo, but not when you're inside. So that was something you want to keep in mind. That's why you have that choice. You want to get out of Dodge, or in this case, get out of Tokyo, or do you want to stay in? Because if you stay in Tokyo, and everyone else has their turn, and you're still in Tokyo, you get 2 bonus points. 2 victory points for staying in. If everybody takes their turn and you're still in Tokyo, you get 2 more points. It's a nice little way to rack up points if you want. And that's how that works. So let's just say the Kraken says, nah, I'm only down to 8. I'm good. I'm going to stay. Okay, cool. So now and then we go over to the gigasaur. Okay. Gigasaur is going to roll. Okay. And he rolls, oh my goodness, 4 attacks. A heart and a 1. He's going to be brutal. He's going to go ahead and hit the Kraken 4 times. That hurts right there. So that knocks down the Kraken down to 4. Just like so. Okay? 4 health. At this point, he's going to say, oh yeah, I'm out of Tokyo. See you later. So now he's going to switch with the Gigasaur. Okay? Gigasaur gets 1 point for entering Tokyo. That's one thing you got to remember. That's easy to forget. Once you go inside, you do get a point for that. Okay, and so on. And then that would end the turn. Okay, then you go back over to the king. Now see the king, let's see, we'll let the king roll here. The king rolls 3 2s, so he's going to get 2 points for those 3 2s. That's perfect. He's going to re-roll these 3. And he gets a attack, 3, and a energy cube. So the king's going to go ahead and take an energy cube over here. He's going to take 1 cube. He's going to take 2 victory points for those. That bumps him up to 6. And he's also going to attack once. He's going to attack the gigasaur. 1. So that goes down to 9. Okay? And then that, since he attacked the gigasaur, he's going to ask the gigasaur, do you want to leave Tokyo? You want to stay in there? At 9, he's obviously going to stay in there. Okay? And then Kong's turn is done. Now, let's just say we have the alienoid over here who has 3 of these energy cubes. Let's just say he has 3. And he wants to purchase one of these cards. Now, you see the value is on top of each of the cards. So let's just say alienoid goes, you know what? I want to purchase this card. So he's going to turn in his 3 cubes. He's going to grab this card. And this card here says, boy, the glare is bad, Poison Quills. And it says on the bottom, it says keep. If it says keep, that means you're going to keep this card for the rest of the game. So and there's some that say discard. Like in this case, this one. This one on the very bottom, it says discard. So you use this once, follow what it says on there, and then you discard it. Okay. This one you get to keep. It says when you score 2-2-2, so say you rolled 2-2-2 here, then your attack deals 2 extra damage. So whatever attacks you had here, say for instance this was, you get the 2 points for this, and then instead of having 1 attack, you would attack 2 extra damage. So this would end up being a 3 instead of 1. Okay? And this is a card you get to keep. So every time you roll 3 2s, you can do your attack plus 2. So this could be a pretty potent card. Okay? So once he purchases this card, see alienoid purchases this card for 3, it says keep, so he's going to keep it right next to him, and he's going to use that for the rest of the game. Okay? And that's how, and this goes, this is automatically replenished. If you're, during your turn, you don't like any of these cards. You know what? I don't like any of these cards. You have a handful of energy cubes you want to use. You can do that by purchasing, let's just say the king has a couple of cubes over here. You can use 2 cubes to clean out the board. Okay, so he pays 2. These 3 are no longer there. They get placed into the discard, and 3 new cards are placed. You can do this as many times as you want. Say you don't like those, you can spend 2 more cubes, clean those out, put 3 new cards out on your turn. Okay? Because sometimes you might have like a 6, 7, 6. I mean, you might have some real high ones. You might not want any of those. None of them will do you any good. You can just pay 2 of them, clean them out, and then 3 new cards come out. Okay? And like I said, it says keep if you want to keep it the rest of the game, or discard, you use it once, and you're good to go. Like this one, it says heal. So this will cost you 3 energy points. And what this does is it heals 2 damage. So if you're pretty low on damage, you have 3 energy cubes, you can actually heal yourself 2 times. And what's good about this card, this can actually help you if you're in Tokyo. That is the only time you're able to heal yourself in Tokyo is by a card, not the dice. Okay? And that's why it says on the board here, if you look on the board, where it says you get 1 victory point for going in, you get 2 victory points for staying in, but no healing with the dice. See, that's what that means there. But if you get a card that says that, that might be a really good card for you to have if you're in Tokyo, if your damage is starting to go down. Use it once, you heal 2. That could be big. That could be huge. So there you have it. And play goes around and around and around, until one player gets 20 points, or one by one, the monsters start dying off because their health goes down to 0. And if you're the last monster standing, you will be the winner and the king of Tokyo.